Iraqi Kurdish asylum cheat who got £700,000 in benefits, 3 houses and private school for her son. An asylum seeker bought 3 homes and sent her son to a fee-paying school by illegally claiming more than £700,000 in benefits, a court heard. Mahira Rustam, 49, used a series of false identities to milk Britain's lax benefit system over 8 years. Although she never worked, she was able to purchase 3 properties, 2 of which she rented out, worth in excess of £1 million. Her 18-year-old son was educated at Colf School in southeast London, where fees are currently £4,164 a term. The fraud was uncovered only when Mahira Rustam, from Iraq, successfully applied for a student loan to study civil engineering at Greenwich University. When police raided her £800,000 detached home in Bromley, they found an Aladdin's cave of false documents, including a selection of passports, identity papers and driving licenses. She had converted the garage into an office and described herself to neighbours as an internet entrepreneur. During her trial at Croydon Crown Court, it emerged that she had claimed for income support, housing and council tax benefits in her own name, as well as those of her cousin and mother. She also obtained 2 mortgages by claiming she was a self-employed businesswoman. Judge Stephen Waller jailed Mahira Rustam for 3 years after she was found guilty of 13 offences of benefit fraud, forgery and theft. Critics say the case highlights the welfare profligacy that grew unchecked under Labour. The new government has promised to crack down on Britain's out-of-control benefits bill. During last week's emergency budget, George Osborne announced that he would be taking tough decisions on welfare spending in an effort to save £4 billion a year. The court heard that Mahira Rustam first came to Britain as a student, and went back to Iraq once she graduated. She later returned to Britain to claim asylum, and was given income support and housed by Lambeth Council in South London. She travelled to Ireland for a brief period and claimed asylum under a different name, and was also given Irish nationality, as was her son. In 1999, while still living in her Lambeth Council home, she bought a property in Bromley. 4 years later, she purchased her council residence under the Right to Buy scheme, and in 2005 she added another Bromley home to her growing portfolio. She was arrested in 2008 following a joint investigation between Bromley and Lambeth councils, the Metropolitan Police and the Department for Work and Pensions, sentencing Mahira Rustam. Judge Waller said these offences were committed over a period of 8 years between 1999 and 2008 and were carried out in a sophisticated manner using different names and addresses, and false letters were used to support dishonest claims. It enabled you to become the owner of 3 properties and to send your son to a private school. Councillor Lydia Buttinger, Vice Chairman of Bromley's Audit Committee, said, "We feel that the jail sentence is appropriate given the scale of this fraud. We have to protect the taxpayer by stamping out benefit fraud." The Minister for Welfare Reform, Lord Freud, said at the root of this fraud was the disguise of a series of assets, alongside the use of duplicate identities. Our goal of reconfiguring and simplifying the welfare system will help to make this kind of deception more difficult. By Nick McDermott, 26 June 2010.